The latest update on the acquisition of 14 Philippine Air Force Gripen suits according to the SEC, Gilberto Teodoro Jr. In an interview with Swedish press outlet Sveriges Radio, Philippine Defense Sec. Gilberto Teodoro Jr. said that the Saab JAS-39 Gripen has a very good chance of being procured by the Philippines for its multi-role aircraft requirement. So far, documents from the DND and other government agencies have pointed to the JAS-39 Gripen CD as the aircraft to be procured under the PAF's multi-role fighter acquisition project, despite not being specifically named, but based on the basis of discussions, negotiations, and agreements with Sweden and many other clues. It appears that any effort to acquire F-16 fighters, both new and used, from the United States or from any third-party country, is a separate effort from the current MRF acquisition project. The Swedish fighter jet JAS Gripen has a very good chance when the Philippines buys new fighter jets, Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro told ECODE. The Philippines is currently in the process of equipping its defense forces and deepening its defense cooperation with, among others, the United States, Australia, and Sweden. In June, the Philippines and Sweden signed a defense cooperation agreement, among others, to strengthen the country's defense capabilities. Swedish defense group Saab hopes to sell JAS Gripen fighters to the Philippines when the country is fully equipped. In an exclusive interview with ECODE, the Philippine Defense Secretary said that the Swedish fighter jets have a very good chance. A decision on which solution best suits the Philippines should be taken as soon as possible, said Philippine Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro. According to him, the Swedish JAS Gripen fighter has a very good chance. The Swedish equipment has a very good chance, in my opinion. As part of the modernization of the armed forces of the Philippines, the Air Force will purchase new fighter jets. Sweden's main competitor is America's Lockheed Martin, which produces the F-16 fighter jet. Mats Lundberg, who worked with SAEB's Gripen campaign in the Philippines, said that the Gripen's capabilities should suit the Philippines. The Gripen has very good capabilities, not least for a country that is very spread out, similar to Sweden, with many coasts and islands, he said. In the past year, relations between the Philippines and China have become increasingly tense. China claims large parts of the South China Sea and has increasingly engaged in confrontations with Philippine ships. The Philippines has recently deepened its defense cooperation with Australia and the United States and also signed an agreement with Sweden on defense cooperation. Sweden has a lot to offer. We know your capabilities. We know Sweden not only in aviation but also in other technologies. Sweden has long been a country with an independent defense industry. There are many things that can be collaborated on with Sweden in the future, Philippine Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro told ECODE. It is possible that the Philippine Air Force will get both JAS-39 Gripen and F-16 Viper fighters, although the latest plan from the Department of Defense makes the latter option more feasible considering the combination of EDA and new fighters. Defense Sec. Gilberto Teodoro confirmed that there will be changes to the specs and quantity of the multi-role fighters that the DND will be acquiring for the Philippine Air Force. Prior to this, the Philippine Air Force selected the Saab JAS-39C/D Gripen, of which 14 were offered despite the specifications calling for a minimum of 12 aircraft. If the Philippine Air Force changes the quantity of fighters to be acquired, it could spell doom for Saab and Sweden to sell the 14 new but unfinished airframes being kept by Saab for sale to interested buyers. Since there are only 14 airframes available, a change in quantity, which we believe could be between 24 and 36, closes the door to Saab. Therefore, the Philippine Air Force and DND will do a mixed procurement and take advantage of Saab's ability to deliver the Gripens in less than 2 years. There could be a silver lining for Saab and Sweden, though, as it may offer the newer JAS-39E F Gripen